Tonight, you'll be paralyzed for 2 hours. Your brain will flood itself with a fluid. You won't remember any of it. This happens every single night. You call it sleep. But sleep isn't rest. It's a violent neurological overhaul. In 2012, researcher Maiken Nedergaard made a shocking discovery. She found a hidden plumbing system in the brain. It's called the glymphatic system. It doesn't exist when you're awake. It only turns on in the dark. While you lie still, your brain cells actually shrink. They shrink by 60%. This opens up gaps between your neurons. A clear fluid rushes in. It washes through your brain like a dishwasher. This fluid is called cerebrospinal fluid. It carries away toxic waste. The most dangerous waste is a protein called amyloid beta. Amyloid beta builds up while you're awake. It clumps together in sticky plaques. These plaques are the primary marker of Alzheimer's disease. Every night, your brain scrubs them away, but only if you sleep long enough. How long does this cleaning actually take? The scrubbing cycle takes about 8 hours. It starts slowly in the first hours of sleep. It peaks in the deep sleep phase. Deep sleep is also called slow-wave sleep. This phase happens mostly in the first half of the night. If you cut your sleep short, the scrubbing stops early. The waste stays behind. Night after night, it accumulates. A 2018 study by researchers at the National Institutes of Health proved this. They scanned the brains of sleeping subjects. They watched the fluid flow in real time. The subjects who slept less than 6 hours had measurable waste buildup. After just 1 week of short sleep, amyloid beta increased significantly. The subjects didn't feel dumber. They didn't notice a thing. But the damage was already happening. Why would evolution design a brain that poisons itself daily? Because the brain is an incredibly expensive machine. It weighs 2% of your body weight. It burns 20% of your energy. All that chemical activity produces garbage. You can't run a factory without a waste removal system. And you can't run that system while the factory is operating. The brain has to shut down production to clean up. That's why you can't think clearly when you're tired. Your brain hasn't finished washing itself. But the cleaning isn't the whole story. There's another phase of sleep that's even stranger. Rapid eye movement sleep. REM sleep. This is when you dream. During REM, your brain becomes wildly active. It fires almost as fast as when you're awake. But your body does something bizarre. It paralyzes you. A tiny cluster of cells in your brainstem blocks all motor signals. Your muscles go completely limp. You can't move. You can't twitch. You can't even adjust your pillow. This paralysis keeps you from acting out your dreams. Without it, you would physically run, punch, and scream in your bed. A condition called REM sleep behavior disorder causes exactly this. Patients with this disorder lose the paralysis. They thrash. They fight. They injure themselves. Sometimes they hurt their partners. Neurologist Carlos Schenk documented hundreds of these cases. He found that 70% of these patients later develop a neurodegenerative disease. The paralysis mechanism breaks down before the disease shows. Your body is trying to protect you. Even in sleep, it's fighting to keep you safe. So what is REM actually doing? Matthew Walker at UC Berkeley has spent decades studying this. He found that REM sleep processes your emotions. It takes the difficult experiences from your day. It strips away the painful emotional charge. It files the memories as neutral facts. You still remember what happened, but it doesn't hurt as much. REM is overnight therapy. A 2019 study showed this directly. Subjects were shown disturbing images. One group slept normally. One group was deprived of REM sleep. The REM-deprived group had a 60% stronger emotional reaction the next day. Their brains couldn't process the trauma. Without REM, every bad day stays raw. Every argument stays fresh. Every failure keeps stinging. You don't just feel tired, you feel fragile. Is it any surprise that sleep deprivation is linked to depression, to anxiety, to suicide? Your brain needs this nightly repair, and it will take it by force if you don't give it freely. Have you ever fought sleep and suddenly woken up hours later? You didn't decide to fall asleep. Your brain simply overrode you. It pulled the plug on your consciousness. Because cleaning the factory was more important than keeping you awake. The scariest part is how fast the damage starts. Just 17 hours without sleep drops your cognitive performance to the level of a legally drunk person. 24 hours without sleep makes your brain look actively abnormal on an EEG. Your prefrontal cortex starts failing. This is the part of your brain responsible for logic and decision-making. Your amygdala, the emotional center, goes into overdrive. You become reactive, impulsive, irrational, and you think you're fine. Sleep-deprived people consistently rate themselves as alert. They're wrong. Studies show they can't accurately judge their own impairment. You are the last person to know your brain is failing. Every single cell in your body tracks time. They follow a 24-hour clock. This clock is in your DNA. It's in every organ, every tissue, every bone. When you ignore it, everything desynchronizes. Your digestion slows. Your immune system weakens. Your hormones scramble. A 2019 study from the University of Colorado found that just 1 week of short sleep altered the expression of over 700 genes. 700. Your body is reading different instructions because you skipped 2 hours of sleep. This isn't a small thing. This is a full system rewrite. And yet, we treat sleep like a luxury. We brag about how little we need. We wear exhaustion as a badge of honor. We set alarms to cut the cleaning cycle short. We drink caffeine to mask the signals our brain is desperately sending. Caffeine works by blocking adenosine. Adenosine is a chemical that builds up in your brain all day. It's the chemical that makes you feel sleepy. Caffeine doesn't remove it. It just hides it from your receptors. Like putting tape over a warning light. The pressure is still building. When the caffeine wears off, it all floods back at once. You don't fix fatigue with coffee. You just delay the crash. There's a strange irony here. We spend billions on supplements and brain training. We buy apps to improve our focus. We drink powders and take pills to sharpen our minds, all while actively sabotaging the single most powerful brain upgrade that exists. And it's free. You don't need to buy anything. You don't need to learn anything. You just need to stop fighting your own biology. Lie down. Close your eyes. Stay there for 8 hours. That's it. That's the entire protocol. Your brain knows exactly what to do. It's been doing this for hundreds of millions of years, long before you had a bed, long before you had a house, long before you were even human. Every animal with a nervous system sleeps. Jellyfish sleep. Fruit flies sleep. Roundworms sleep. They don't have brains like yours, but they still need to shut down and clean up. Sleep is not a human invention. It's a law of biology, and you've been breaking it every night with an alarm clock. Tonight, when you go to bed, remember this. You're not resting. You're running the most important maintenance cycle of your life. Every night you skip it, you steal a little bit from your future self. Your brain is trying to save you. It has been trying since the day you were born. Maybe it's time to let it.